So, hi all, welcome back to Ego, the skill provider. Today, I have taken a very interesting topic for you. You know what's that? It's all about structures. How to structure a sentence. To speak English, you have to structure a sentence. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣ ଇଂଲିଶ କହିବା ପାଇଁ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରିବେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ ସେଣ୍ଟେନ୍ସଟେ as per the situation ଅନୁସାରେ ତିଆରି କରିବା ପାଇଁ ପଡିବ. And this is all about today. Yesterday, I took you through something called how I day for yesterday. It was some discussion class was there. Day for yesterday, we learned something called what was exactly we are learning? We are learning something called how to use the verb. What is the verb we have been using that particular day? Anybody can tell me? We are learning something of verb, a different verb, kind of verb. What was that?
Do verb, sir.
Okay, it was do verb. Today, I am going to take you through something called have verb. Have, H-A-V, have verb. तो have verb टा आमे केमती गोटे सेंटेंस रे यूज करिबा को यूज माने वे रे ताको यूज करिबा व्हाट आर द यूजेस को सिचुएशन आमे ताको यूज करिबा आई एम गोइंग टू टीच यू ऑल द थिंग्स सो द टॉपिक इज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग तो आपण माने को रिक्वेस्ट करछि आपण पूरा पेशेंटली सुनंतु and it will take only half an hour and next half an hour I am going to answer your queries आपण को जहां भी queries थिबो आपण मकर I'll answer it so before that I request everybody to mute their mic so that any unnecessarily sounds should not mingle with the recordings okay it will be a clean recording so that you can check it out so आज हमें पढ़िया पे जाउचे how to use have verb in different situation रे हमें have verb टा केमति व्यवहार करूचे अपन तो have टा व्यवहार करछन most of the time you can say no I have two brothers you say I have a car I have a bike all the things you have been using किंतु actually सेटा को situation हमें use करिबा very fundamental very rudimentary so I request everybody to mute their mic listen carefully okay so here is my screen before you okay देखो today we are going to learn something called how to use have हमें have verb टाको use केमती करिबा we are going to learn okay we are going to learn something called how to use have verb in different situations okay so believe me this is a very fundamental class for everybody and one more things I would like to inform you ये जो fundamental class टी आज हमें करूछंती it is going to help you in so many different ways एटा अनेक गुडे different ways रे आपन help करी okay so let's get started how to use have verb in different situation आज हमें have verb विषय रे पड़ी very interesting man okay so you can use have verb in two different ways have verb टाको आमे दीटा वे रे व्यवहार करि the first things you can use it as a main verb use करि परिबा because whenever we want to speak English अपन कोन पे join कर you want to speak English so have verb has it just like it has immense importance for you it create a lot of things for you कहीं ना किसी situation अछि अपन have verb बिना you cannot speak English you cannot speak English without have जदि आपण कहबे जे मोर गोटे गाड़ी अछि तो आपण केमति कहबे you cannot speak so it is something called ownership आपण जो जिनसटा ओन करूछंती जोटा आपण मालिक अछंती if you want to speak that unless until you know how to use have verb you cannot speak it okay so it can be used as a main verb it can be used as a helping verb also. So two ways you can use have verb तो have verb टाको आपण दुईटा प्रकार बा दुई भाबरे विभक्त करिके पढि परिबा बा you can use it okay let's learn something called have as a main verb जेतला हमें have as a main verb use करजे we can use in 5 different situations पांचटा different situation रा हमें have टाको व्यवहार करिया मे बी आपण गोटे दीटा यूजेस जानि छ but today I am going to tell you 5 different situations quite interesting right तो आपण जति जानि नथिबे तो डेफिनेटली जति गोटे अमेरिकन लोक की ब्रिटिश लोक बा आपण जतले इंटरव्यू देबे बा आपण गोटे ऑफिशियल एनवायरनमेंट रे अछंती एंड यू वांट टू लर्न इट देन हाउ कैन यू लर्न इट इट्स क्वाइट डिफिकल्ट फॉर यू कैनॉट लर्न इट राइट so that's why we are going to learn something called how to use have verb as a main verb okay so this is my first explanation have टाको आपण यूज करि परिबे as a possession. I have written it here clearly. This is something called possession. What is possession? Possession माने टा बुझंतु. Everybody, please try to understand. Possession means we used to have to talk about things that we own or possess. Possess means it's about ownership. ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଯାହା ଅଛି ପାଖରେ, ସପୋଜ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଗୋଟେ ଘର ଅଛି, you are the owner of that house. ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଦି ଜଣ ଭାଇ ଅଛି, ଆପଣ ଜଣେ ସିଷ୍ଟର ଅଛନ୍ତି, ଆପଣଙ୍କ ମା ଅଛି, ବାବା ଅଛନ୍ତି, right? So these are, you are the owner of these things in a sense. ଆପଣଙ୍କର 5 acres of land ଅଛି, you are the owner. ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଗୋଟେ bike ଅଛି, you are the owner. ଆପଣ 5ଟା mobile phone ଅଛି, you are the owner. So whenever it comes to ownership, ଯେତେବେଳେ କଥାବାର୍ତ୍ତା ପଡୁଛି, obviously you are supposed to use it using have verb. Okay, and believe me, there are two ways you can express using have verb. One is called American English, other is called British English. आज जो मैंने जॉइन करछिन मोस्ट विथ नुआ फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम, तो आपण अमेरिकन इंग्लिश कोन आ ब्रिटिश इंग्लिश कोन आ इंडियन माने केमती दीटा भीतर सैंडविच होउछंती ताको हम एक डिफरेंट चैप्टर पढिबा. आज आपण एतिक मन रखितांतु half टा हमें दीटा वे व्यवहार करि परिबा. One is called American English, other is called British English. आपण देखि पारथिबे राइट साइड रे have is used in American English and have got is called British English. मु दीटा कले एग्जांपल देछि. I have put some examples here, just check it out. I have a car, it's called American English that we are using in India most of the time. I have got a car, that's called British English. So you can use have in two different ways. If you are using only have, that's called American English. यदि आपण खाली have टा व्यवहार करछंती without using got, that is something called American English. So the meaning is same. आपण भाबुथिबे तार मीनिंग कोन डिफरेंट की? No, there is no difference of meaning whenever it comes to American English or British English. Their structures are different. मु ऑलरेडी आपण कहि देछि, हमें स्ट्रक्चर्स ऊपर फोकस करछन, that is completely different. The first is called I have a car, so that's called American English. I have got a car, that is something called British English. Let me give another example. I have two brothers, American English. I have got two brothers, British English. I have a car, American English. I have got a car, British English. I have got a beautiful house in Bhubaneswar, British English. I have a beautiful house at Bhubaneswar, that is called American English. So American English, British English. The meaning is, the meanings are equal. Meaning रे किछि difference नहीं, but there is a difference in the structure. अपन टिके समझते म्यूट कर देंगे please. Okay. The second one, suppose in the negative you can use it. I don't have a car. Do you have a car? I don't have got a car. Do you have got a car? So basically what happens, have is called American English. Have got is called British English. That's the only difference. Otherwise you can use. आज पर्यंत आपण जदि actually if you are working in normal English हमें कहउछंती day to day life रे हमें सदा have व्यवहार करथांती. Have got we don't use it because that is something called British English. मैं already कहि देछि. The spoken English is a combination of both American English and British English. हमें जेतले पढुछंती स्पोकन इंग्लिश टाको, हमें obviously this is something called amalgamation or something called, you know, you are trying to hybrid model of American English, British English रे हमें पढु. तो आपण देखिले हाफ टाको हमें गोटे डिफरेंट वे रे व्यवहार करछे. द फर्स्ट थिंग इज फॉर पोजीशन. पोजीशन माने ओनरशिप. आपनकर जहा जहा अछि, थिंक ए सिचुएशन, गोटे सिचुएशन भाबंतु आपनकर जहा अछि. सपोज आई हैव दिस लापी. लापी मींस लैपटॉप. In that is clipping words, we call it lappy. Bro, brother. Mom, mommy, like that. Mother you call it mom. Daddy or dad, that is a clipped word. Okay, I'm out different chapter padiba. So this is my lappy. So this is, I can say I have a laptop. I have, or I have got a laptop, right? So anything and everything. Suppose I can say I have a mobile phone, American English. I have got a mobile phone, British English. So this is, I am the owner. I am the owner because I have got all the list with me and I have got the receipt and I paid for that everything. So I can say I am the owner. So whenever it comes to ownership, you are supposed to use have. And have is for American English. Have got is British English. And for he, she, it, you can use has or has got. Just like have got, has got, have, has. Okay. So this is something called the rule number one, where you can use possessiveness. What is possessiveness? Ownership. Okay. The second one, very interesting. Check it out. Have is used for eating foods and meals. आमे जेतले normally eat करछंती आमे जेतले खाउछंती आमे either आमे दीटा वर्ड यूज करछंती I am taking food or I am eating food. It has been completely, it is not used right now. आपण you will hardly in spoken English आपण कोठी देखिबेनी के यूज करछंती आ like no eat के यूज करछंती I am eating food. It has been completely, it's not wrong. Try to understand me. आपण एबे जेमति मु कहउथिले दिस इज समथिंग कॉल्ड देयर इज इवोल्यूशन प्रोसेस मनीष जेमति मांकड़ ठर सृष्टि हे कि आजि एते पर्यंत हम आसी पारिछि एक्जेक्टली अभिदा घटुछि मध्ये द इवोल्यूशन प्रोसेस आल्सो एप्लीकेबल टू लैंग्वेज अनेक गुडे लैंग्वेज माने भाषा लोप पाई दैछि बिकॉज़ ऑफ द फैक्ट दैट इवोल्यूशन प्रोसेस आमे कहउछि लैटिन वर्ड्स एबे लैटिन अमेरिका रो यूज कर it has been outdated, right? Exactly same thing. I can say have is used for eating foods and meal. Upon जेतले कोनसी खाद्य खाउछन, suppose you can say I am eating my dinner. Eat जगह रे अपन have व्यवहार करिवे. I have given an example. I am having my dinner. We had a wonderful meal last night. Suppose मु कहबी जे we ate a wonderful meal last night. तो eat जगह रे बा ate जगह रे आपण have लगेबे किंबा past tense had लगेबे. Shall we have lunch together? Shall we eat lunch together? Eat जगह रे मु को लगेली ना had लगेली have लगेली. So suppose if I ask you Muktikan sir, I am going to call you sir. I am calling you. Is it possible? Can you speak to me? Sir, I am having my lunch. I am having my dinner. Have. So what do you mean by have? Have is something that you can use for eating something. So you can use also have. It's a very powerful verb. Check it out. वर्तमान जदि आपण इंग्लिश रे कथबार्ता हेबे, if you want to speak English, you are supposed to use this kind of English. Don't use it. You say I'm having food. If I call to Ashok sir, what happens? It's too late for you to speak. No, no, sir. Actually, I was having my breakfast. I was having my lunch. I was having my dinner. Like that. I was busy there. So have. So have is a word that you can use in place of it. It jagare आपण have व्यवहार करि पारि. So this is the second thing. The first one is something called possessiveness or possession or ownership, and second is something called eating purpose. Okay. Don't worry. If I have any doubt, I'll take and I can easily explain it. The third one is called conversation or interaction. Whenever you are trying to conversate or interaction, you can use also have. Like suppose let's have a conversation. Let's have an. This is an. Okay. Let's have an open conversation. Okay. I can say this is an. Okay. Let's have an open conversation on this topic. Whenever you are trying to, let's have a discussion. Suppose आपनकर गोटे डाउट रही गला तो आपण कहबे जे सर एटा मु बुझी पाइलेनी. Let's have a discussion. Have a discussion. Have a discussion. Can I have a discussion? Let's have a discussion. They had a big argument about money. So whenever either it is have, had, had. Then we could go, went, gone. Exactly same way. You can say have, had, had. This is the last like B1, B2 and B3. I had a nice chat with Ramesh last night. Here chat means basically we have been misunderstood in a different way. Chat, we are trying to chat it up. Chat, okay. आमे भावुचे WhatsApp रे में chat करछन बोली. No, exactly not. It's not exactly. Okay. So here chat means informal talking. Informal talking. No topic was there. You are trying to discuss out of blue. धरंतु आपण आपण सांग को 10 वर्ष पर मीट कले in a marketplace. तो आपण परस्पर से कथार्थ होंती. It is not a formal discussion. You are not in office at all. You are trying to discuss a lot of things here and there. So सेठी आपण कोन करंती. You are trying to discuss a lot of things. Just let's have a chat. I had a nice chat with Ramesh last night. Informal talk. I really had a fruitful interaction with Peter. So whether it is an interaction or a conversation, you can use have. Okay, I can say like I had a powerful discussion or I had a powerful interaction, conversation with Muktikansha about English language, with Sisir sir, with anybody, with Jayanti ma'am, with Bebina ma'am, with Jayanti ma'am, like that. So what exactly you understand? Like have is used for whenever you want to have a conversation or interaction. Okay. So three ways you can use. The first is called position, other is called eating purpose, the third is called something called conversation. The next one is called accident or problems with bikes or cars. Very interesting. For example, ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଆପଣ ଛୋଟି example ଦଉଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କର ମନେକର ଗତକାଲି ଗୋଟେ accident ହେଇଗଲା. So how exactly you are going to express it? You can say I had an accident yesterday. You can say had or you can say I met an accident. I met an accident. I met an accident. I met an accident. Oh, two things are there. I met one minute. I met an accident yesterday. I met an accident yesterday. देखो, I met an accident yesterday. तो met an accident. अपन दुर्घटना हवा को इंग्लिश रे हम कौन कहबा? Met an accident. I met an accident. Suppose अपन इंग्लिश रे कहले अपन कहबे met an accident. तो नॉर्मली हमें meet met met कहते, right? तो ମୁଁ ଯଦି କହିବି ଯେ like suppose ଆପଣ ମତେ କହିବେ sir why did not you conduct a class history? I say sir I had met an accident or I met an accident. So met an accident ମାନେ ଦୁର୍ଘଟଣାର ସମ୍ମୁଖୀନ ହବା. Whenever you are trying to have an accident, you say I met an accident. Exactly same way. You can use met an accident. Met in place of met you can use something called had. I had an accident last year. I had a crash. This is a car. This is another car. This is called crash. This is something called crash. Yes, sir. This is sir. Do you want to ask me anything? This is sir. You put your hand off. So I thought, okay, fine. I'll take your call. Once the class is over, I'll take your call. Just allow me just another 5 to 6 minutes. Then I can, I can go for that. So whenever you have an interaction, whenever an accident or problems with bikes or car, you can use the same things. Let me give an example here. I had an accident last year. That means I met an accident. So instead of telling that I met an accident, you can say I had an accident, right? The same things. They had a crash, but luckily no one was injured. The third thing, you frequently have breakdown. ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ breakdown ବିଷୟରେ କହିଥିଲି. Like suppose you are trying to drive a vehicle or bike, anything like that. But ସେଇଟା ବାରମ୍ବାର problem ଦେଖଉଛି. ଦେଖୁଥିବେ ଆପଣ ଗାଡିଟା ନେଇକି ଯାଉଥିବେ but all of a sudden it stops. ମାନେ ଗାଡି ଆଉ start ହବନି. So that is something called breakdown. So breakdown is a phrasal verb. Breakdown is a phrasal verb. ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ମୁଁ already phrasal verb ପଢେଇଛି. But those who are new joinees, they have not gone to that particular topic. So don't worry. I'm going to teach everything. So breakdown. We frequently have breakdown. Look, problems with bike and cars is called breakdown and have breakdown. So what you can understand from here? You understood that whenever it comes to something called accident and problems, the ସେଇ ସମୟରେ ଆପଣ have ବ୍ୟବହାର କରିବେ. We are trying to learn the importance of have in different situation. କୋଉ situation ରେ? The first situation ହେଲା possession. The second situation is eating purpose. Whatever you eat, you can say, I'm having food. I'm eating food. That's outdated. I'm having food. The third thing is called, let's have a conversation. Let's have a discussion about that topic like that. And the fourth one is something called accident related things or problems related to bikes and cars. You can use something called have. The fifth one is called quite interesting, right? It is interesting. For example, I can say For a confirmed future action and activity or event, you can say have. For example, बर्तमान हेलानी 9टा शिशिर सर मते कॉल करिवे कहछन 10टा कॉल करिया पे मु कहि सर मु आपन को फोन टा नै परिम बिकॉज़ मोर गोटे क्लास अछि इट इज कंफर्म कहीं ना अपन जानछन हमर माने इगो रे हमें गोटे 10टा क्लास रखछन फॉर ऑल द प्रोफेशनल दे कैन जॉइन एट 8:30 pm. So I can say, sir, I cannot take your call at 10 p.m. because I have a class. I have, because it's a confirmed future action. Right now, what is the time? 9 o'clock. That's in the future, but it's confirmed. So that's why I can say, I have a class on models tomorrow. We have a party tonight. I have a webinar at 6 p.m. Suppose I'm a morning right now, it's 9 a.m. in the morning. So I can say, guys, we have a webinar at 6 p.m. like that. So webinar is a blended word. More already upon blended word for each. And for the new joinees, I'm going to teach them. For old guys, you already know what is blended words. So we have. So have केतरा अपन व्यवहार करिवे. So अपन धरंतु आज अपन राति रे गोटे पार्टी अछि. It's right now 9 o'clock. Suppose 11 o'clock रे अपन गोटे पार्टी अछि. You can say, sir, I have a late night party, so I may not join your class tomorrow. I have. कौन पे व्यवहार कले? Because the action is confirmed. अपन को फ्रेंड अपन को कॉल करी डाकी छथि. मुक्तिकांत सर को आज गोटे बर्थडे अछि, सेलिब्रेशन अछि. तो ऑब्वियसली से कहउछन जे आज गोटे सेलिब्रेशन करबा. तो केतराटा आउची ना आउ कि समय पर हबो. That is confirmed. So you cannot use shall and will. There is no need of that. You can say I have a class. Suppose tomorrow अपन को गोटे 7 p.m. am रे गोटे क्लास अछि. You can say, sir, I have to go to bed because I have a class. I have something like that. So whether it is an action, activity, or event that is in future and something called confirmed. So in that particular situation, you can use something called have. I have a party. I have a function. I have something like that. Anything, any action, activity, event. I have a marriage party. I have a party to celebrate. I have. After some time, it is going to happen. I have a class. I have a seminar. I have a webinar. I have a class. Like that. I have a lecture. All the things. तो जतले आपण एतिक मन रखितांतो जो समय आमे गोटे फ्यूचर कंफर्म एक्शन अछि जोटे किछि समय पर घटिबो you can use using have. So this is very interesting and important. And this is something, one is called possessiveness. Second one is called eating purpose. The third one is called with conversation or interaction. The fourth one is called with accident or problems related to bikes and cars. And the fifth one is called for a confirmed future action, activity, or event. You are supposed to use have. The next one, hygienic routines and therapy. Hygienic कौन? Hygienic कहूची body रो hygienic maintain करिया पे. So that आमे आपण देखुथिबे you are wearing a like good dress. I mean clean dress. Why? You are hygienic. आपण जो ऑफिस रे बसचंती it is always neat and clean. Why? You are hygienic. So hygienic means it is a condition to keep the place neat and clean so that you can keep the disease at bay. Disease को दूर रहिया पई आपण किछि सफा सुतरा रहइया. सफा सुतरा को हमें इंग्लिश रे कहउछन हाइजेनिक कंडीशन. तो आपण किछि हाइजेनिक रूटीन अछि. व्हाट इज दैट? आपण गाधांती फॉर हाइजेनिक. आपण ब्रश करंती, आपण शेव करंती, शेविंग होंती. All the things you do. Why? To maintain hygienic condition. Therapy जे आपण जानछंती. तो सपोज आपनकर ए पोर्शन रे आपनकर किछि दर्द होउची बा हाथ रे किछि दर्द होउची. What exactly you are doing? You are applying massage करंती. Okay, so that is called therapy. Okay, there are so many therapies are there. Whenever is therapies or hygienic routines माने every day you are doing the same things. You are doing the same things. Okay, that is a routine work. Suppose I can say that suppose right now 7 o'clock मोर काम होची मु 5 रू गाधा. तो 5 जदि somebody is going to disturb me, how can I say I'm sorry yaar, I have to take a bath or I will have a bath right now, so I am not available. So I was not available because I was having bath or I was having a shower. So with shower you can use have a shower. Take it out. You must have a shower before entering into the temple. So that's a routine work. जब आपण मंदिर को जिबे तो आपण गाधे की जिबे. So here what I have used it, have a shower. Have a shower. अच्छा आपण जेतले normally bath नियंती आमे कहउछन take bath. That's also possible. I am talking about anything extra you can use. आपण गोटे word जानछन. आपण eat जानछन, take जानछन. But half time वे आपण कहले. I am having my food. Don't disturb me. Oh, don't disturb him. He's having his food right now. Lunch, dinner, anything like that. So have upon the extra things. So this is all about knowing extra structure. So you can also use with shower. Shower, taking shower or have a shower. He's having shower right now. Suppose upon the vitro, suppose mo sango uchun Murtikan sir se bortan bathroom me gadouchante. I can say where is Murtikan? Ah, he's taking shower or he's having shower. So both are correct. I had a save yesterday. Same. Okay. I had a save yesterday. So same things. I am going to say or I am getting saved or you can say I had a save. So have also used. And the third one is called therapy. The doctor has advised me to have massages every day on my back. Suppose I have a back pain. So doctor advised me, let's go and have a massage. Not message, massage. This is called massage. You are going to apply some oils and other things or any kind of herbal things and this is called massaging. Massage, okay. So you put massage here, like whenever you have a problem here, you are putting balm. And what exactly your mom is doing is massaging, massage. The pronunciation will be message. This is called message. I got a message. I did not receive any message. Message. So message means it's a kind of therapy. Okay. So a lot of therapies are there. So this is all about. So what we have learned something called main verb. We are going to use main verb. Okay. In the main verb itself, we are using at a possession, acting purpose, conversation, accidental purpose, future confirm action, and hygienic condition. So this is 3 and this is 3. 6 situation where have is completely fitted. जोटा कि have अपन आराम से यूज करी पारिबे, you can use. Now let's something called आमे दुईटा uses जानिथिले. The first uses is something called main verb, other is called helping verb. So main verb पर आमे 6टा uses जानिथिले. Let me paraphrase it for you. One is called possession, other is for eating purpose, third is called conversation, the fourth is called accident, the fifth is called confirm future action, and the sixth is called hygienic condition. Upon जोटा regularly hygienic, I am going to have a shower. Don't disturb me. Hey, what are you doing? I am going to have a shower. Just come out. Like that you can say. So have you can also use in place of taking a shower. Okay. And this is something called helping verb. So आमे एबे पढिथिले कोन like no it can be used as a main verb जोटा कि 6 situation रा आमे पढले and helping verb also I am going to give you the situation. So have as an auxiliary verb or helping verb. Just check it out. Present perfect. I have been to Delhi for 5 times. I have not taken anything yet. Look, here, been is something called, I have already given you the example. I have been, I have gone. There's a difference. You cannot use I with gone. You can say, my father has gone to market. So, he is there in the market itself. It is called present perfect. Present perfect, have tauchi, that is something called auxiliary verb or helping verb. So, the past perfect, the train had left. Left it out main verb and had tauchi auxiliary verb. Okay, the station before we reach there. I had taken tea. All the things here, taken. Taken is something called the main verb, where had is the, or here it is the helping verb. So, आपण देखिले केवल दुईटा सिचुएशन रे आपण यूज करि परिबे गोटे प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट रे आ गोटे पास्ट परफेक्ट रे आपण हाफ टाकू गोटे ऑक्सिलरी वर्ब बा हेल्पिंग वर्ब रे व्यवहार करि परिबे. And as far as the main verb is concerned, 6 different situations. 6टा different situation रे आपण यू माने हाफ टाकू व्यवहार करिबे. वेरी पावरफुल वर्ब काहे ना प्रति दिन आपण जेतले स्पोकन इंग्लिश कहबे यू आर सपोज्ड टू यूज ऑल द थिंग. आउ आमे जो एग्जांपल रे नेले वर्तमान what are the examples I have taken for you, believe me you are using every day. आपण कहबे नि हम यूज करू. You cannot say because every day you have been using that. Every day you use all the things I have given you. आपन को एक्सीडेंट होउची आपनकर फ्यूचर एक्शन किछि कहउछंती जोडा कंफर्म हे जाई छी सपोज आपनकर यू आर ए टीचर आपण गोटे आज गोटे चैप्टर मीटिंग अछि हेडमास्टर डकैछंती आपण कहबेनी वी हैव ए मीटिंग एट 4 o'clock आज conveyed by the headmaster so that you can use it hygienic condition आपण daily गाधौछंती you are going for a shave and other things that is also hygienic condition accident every day unfortunately am sahito hochi okay and every day we have a conversation you are let's have a conversation let's have a chit chat I feel very bored here let's have a chit chat like that you are always using that eating purpose you always eat without eating you cannot stay so in place of eat you can also use have and position you took a lot of things with you ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଅନେକ ଜିନିଷ କିଣନ୍ତି ଆପଣ and you call it I am the owner of these things you have a 5 bighas of land it is I have 5 bighas of land I have a beautiful house or I have got a beautiful house one is called American English other is called British English and this is all about the class for today so I'm going to mute the it from my side and I request everybody you have any doubt you can ask your question